Beloved Mother Mary,
I am called the Queen of the Sea because I manifest dominion over the emotional bodies of mankind. When Jesus spoke to the raging tide and said, "Peace, be still," and the waters were calmed, it was the manifestation within him of the power of God dominion over energy in motion, emotion. I come to you this day as the representative of the Divine Mother, in the heart of the resurrection flame, to bring to you that Christ mastery, the power over self-condemnation and self-belittlement, over fear and tyranny and self-love. And so I come to initiate you in the order of the sons and daughters of the dominion of the water element. These are they who have overcome, as it is written, by the blood of the Lamb. The blood of the Lamb symbolizes the sacred fire of the Christ, the pulsation of the essence of the Holy Spirit in the body of Jesus. This is the flow of fire that becomes the flow of water. Liquid light. Liquid light within you, in order to expand, in order to spiral into a magnification of cosmic victory, must have the power of God control. God control then is the key to self-mastery and to the resurrection. If you would become the Christ precious hearts, then I say, become the masters of energy and motion. Let not one erg flow through the mind or the feelings, the motives or the body, over which you have not conscious control. Also, you must have control of that which is beneath the level of your awareness. And so you must test your control, not by observation, but by vibration. You must develop the sensitivity in the center of the Christ to know when there is turbulence beneath the surface and when there is calm. For only by that omnipotence can you go forward in the action of becoming the Christ. The transfiguration is yours, the resurrection and the ascension. The tests will come to you surely if you have shown the willingness to master the power of God's love as it expands within you. For when the flame expands to cover the earth, you must have the consciousness that can travel with the flame, with the rays of the flame and the light that shoots forth. And so you must be present in your body, and also present with the Lord, or the law of being that is within the light that is emitted from your chakras. Do you see, precious ones? To be the fullness of the manifestation of the Divine Mother requires that you be with God omnipresent. That is, everywhere present. You must be as conscious of yourself in an atom, in a tree that is growing on an island in the South Seas, as you are conscious of yourself here, in this form, in this place, in time. I am here and I am there, and lo, the victory of the Christ is manifest within you. Let then the borders of your consciousness expand to include the universe. For even as I am everywhere, so you can be everywhere if you will let yourself. You are not confined to your physical body any more than you are confined to your emotional, your mental, or your etheric body. but you use these as the platform for your evolution and for your expansion. The light of 10,000 suns may be upon you, and you may be in the light rays and also in the heart of the sun. But you must practice. Practice makes perfect. And so the mother teaches her children to exercise daily in the rituals of soul expansion, of solar awareness. For only thus can you go forth to heal, to raise up the energies of the Christ in your fellow man. And this is what you would do after all. This is what you have longed for. To be healers of nations and of children and of men. If this is your heart's prayer, then realize there is a science and alchemy to healing. You must know that science and not rush forth blindly to focus a power that is greater than yourself until you have become the master, the peace-commanding presence from your own God awareness. You must remember, precious hearts, that as you rise in the stature of the Christ, people will come to you for assistance, and you will give it gladly. But they will attribute the help they receive to your person. And if you are not careful, you too will come to identify with your outer person, because all around you identify with that person. And then you will find that that person is not adequate to meet the tests that increase in difficulty and in complexity. You will find that the outer personality then will fall if you identify with it. And so you must conceive of your consciousness as a grid, a lattice work through which the fires of the Holy Spirit flow, and the winds thereof as the rushing of the sound of many waters. And when individuals look to the lattice work and say, I have been healed by that lattice work, you will know that it was not the lattice work, but the wind flowing through, but the wind that flowed through the lattice. Do you see, precious hearts? If you do not have the correct awareness of your God identity, you cannot go forward. You will not master the tests of the Divine Mother. You will not understand the personality of God, how God can be a person and yet be a flame at the same time, how you yourselves can manifest in this physical world as a person and yet not a person, as a flame that is personal and made tangible and real to those around you. It is almost like playing a dual role, for you know that those who are on lesser rungs of the ladder of attainment will not know how to identify with the flame. It is not necessary that they do so. This is why the Divine Mother has provided you with the form, to give some semblance of association and relevance to those in the world around you. And so the form is there, and as long as you do not become yourself attached to it, but only to the flame, you will not be scarred in your service or hindered by other people's opinion of what you are. For you know that I am the flame, and I am the power of God in the heart of the flame. I am the love of God in the heart of the flame. I am the wisdom of God in the heart of the flame. And by the power of that flaming consciousness, that flaming awareness of life, you will go forth to heal as the fullness of the manifestation of the Divine Mother. This is God control, this is God power, this is God harmony, this is God reality, and this is your victory. This is your natal day when you are born of the flame to the flame and in the flame, and there you remain. If you can comprehend this mystery, you will follow in the footsteps of Jesus all the way to Golgotha. and you will experience the mortification of the ego as a ritual of the brotherhood through which all must pass. And you will come down from the cross. And when you are in the tomb, during that period that is required, you will descend into the astral realm to preach unto the souls that are caught there, even as Jesus did. And because you have mastered the waters of the earth, the waters of the sea, and the waters under the sea, you will come forth from that final trial victorious, and you will rise, having dominion over death and over form. You will command the atoms to coalesce, and standing in the flame, the resurrection of all that manifested in the planes of matter will take place, and your identity will be secure in the plane of spirit form. And so you rise to meet your God, and so your God descends to meet you. And in the center of the six-pointed star, there the victory will manifest, and you will be master over matter and over spirit. This is your reason for being and your divine calling. I, Mary, will remain with you as I did with Jesus, to hold the immaculate concept for you. And I will remind you of this key and this mystery which I gave you this day, of identifying with the flame. I will remind you of your dual role, and I will remind you of the permanent atom within the heart that is your true personality, your true identity. I leave with you the fragrance of the resurrection lilies and of the white rose from my heart. May the lily of the valley, which my angels bear, also rest as a garland in your hair, that you may know that the fragrance of the love of the Divine Mother is upon you always. I hold you close to my heart in a divine embrace, and I place upon your forehead the kiss of the Divine Mother.